hit
to
the
her.
small ones. They don't
Yeah.
fly to big
Her tummy was
airports.
empty.
So what
LAX,
city
they
did you?
don't.
I
We
think
did
it had been something like that. She was
Vegas
being
to
really
Grand
loud about
Island,
it.
Nebraska.
Very adamant. She wouldn't want that.
Yeah, and if you lived 10 miles away, you never would have heard of Grand Island.
Amy, your spinach dip is so good.
Oh, thanks.
So
Yeah.
is
It
like
came in a
an old
jar.
Type terminal where you actually touch the
It's
ground?
still
or-
really good.
Yeah, and
Was I
you
supposed to keep
step-
that
You walk
a
down
secret?
the
I'm
ladder,
sorry.
you walk across
You
the
do.
tarmac into
Wow.
the building,
Yeah.
and 40 feet away is the exit, and there's the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the building doesn't have, it's not much more, and
We were standing right there
60
waiting.
by
It was
100.
funny.
the whole airport.
It was tiny, tiny. It did kind of make you feel like you were like, I don't know, in
Yeah, great.
the smallest place in the world.
Yeah.
And
Oh, it's neat.
did you see her reach for grandma and then start talking to her immediately? Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's a happy baby.
Yeah, she just got fed. She's happy now.
So what's the security like there?
They did it. They walked you through everything. Had the X-ray stuff, and
Oh, they did?
there must have been 8 people working the little security booth.
It was
Man.
funny though. I got the whole rigmarole, the whole deal. Some guy came up to me later on and goes, "Hey, I was watching. They really put you through the whole thing, didn't they? Because I couldn't believe it." I said, "Yeah, they do that to me all the time. They made me go through the thing 3 times because my monitor makes it go off. I'm not supposed to go through them." And I kept telling them, "I can't do this. You can wand me all you want." And they did. They ended up wanding me too. And I went, "What do you? I can't go through that X-ray thing. Don't put me through it." And they did 3 times, and then they wanted me anyway. And then they got the whole body thing, and
Wow.
and I couldn't believe that somebody came up to me afterwards and goes, "They really put you through that, didn't?" "Yeah." And he's like, "That is amazing. I didn't know they did that to people." "Yeah, they do."
You might have been flown since they enacted all the nice security. It's been a while. Yeah, I can't even remember the last time.
I remember that time I
I-
came back from, I can't remember if it was North or South Dakota, and I was in some little podunk airport. And they told me the night before, the people I went to the school at, they said, "You don't need to get there early. If you're there 5 minutes before the plane takes off, you'll be fine."
LA was so much more accommodating, this place.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that what?
I got there about 15 minutes till, and I walked, there was this one small building, and I walked up and gave the lady my ticket at the counter. And she said, "Why are you here so early?" I thought, that's strange. There were maybe, I don't know, 12 people in the entire airport.
Wow.
So she said, "Well, go over and sit down there with your bag, and somebody will come and get you in a while."
Wow.
So I sat down, and in a little, I don't know, 15 minutes, this guy walked up to me and said, "You Alan?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, you're the only one on board. You got a bag?" I said, "Yeah, it's right here." He grabbed it and said, "Follow me." And so I followed him out across the tarmac. He was a
How big
pilot.
was it? Oh my gosh.
He opened up the nose cone of the airplane, shoved my bag in, and said, "Get on board." And the
How big
co-pilot
was the
already-
plane?
It was probably about a 20 passenger.
And you were the only one on it?
I was the only guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You're Alan?
Wow.
You're it. Let's go. What airport was this?
I'm trying to remember. Because I'm sure Asheville's bigger than that. I went to Asheville. I went to Columbia. I don't remember which city it
What
was.
does it call it? Your deadhead. You should say, I'm your deadhead.
Yeah.
Well, it's too bad you had a co-pilot because there would have been another seat right up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been up front with him. I'm your deadhead, yeah.
What do they call the little flip down to the jump seat or something?
That's where the deadheads fly. That's why I was saying that.
Wow.
Just, I'm your deadhead. You could have
We
flown
flew
up
to
there
Canada one
with
time
them.
on a fishing trip, just me and my dad, in a regular plane to Denver, maybe a DC-10 to Saskatoon, and then a little 8-seater to someplace else, and then there was like the 6-seater float plane
Oh,
to
wow.
the next one up. And that was pretty fun.
Yeah.
One of those flights was a cargo
You look
plane.
like you are.
And this, it was an old military where the seats folded down from the sides
Oh,
of the
yeah.
plane.
So strong.
And so they put everybody on one side of the plane and had all the
Goodness.
seats folded up and all the gear and the
Goodness.
stocking stuff for the camp, the fishing
Got
lodge
a little
was
extra.
on the left
there.
side.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been a fair size, as far as a small plane, fair size in that realm.
Yeah, it was not DC-10 size, but one aisle down the middle,